Justice is being served as more and more people see vicious degenerates for what they really are. Hi everybody, and welcome to another video. I've got some good news for you, my dear friends. You know that I'm all about honesty and that I'm all about speaking against the nitwits on the internet and in the world in general. If you've been following European Law's channel for quite some time, you are very well aware of this, my dear friends, and I've got an update for you concerning the pop culture industry in general, but more specifically the comic book industry in the United States of America, which, if you have been following it, there was a guy a couple of days ago, maybe already a week, who spoke against the crazy situation in the production of the American comic books, where a lot of the authors were just projecting their own craziness into the works of art, into the titles that are being published monthly as far as the superhero comic books go, like Batman and Superman. All of those superheroes have been turned into something that they have never been. They have been promoting strongly the degeneracy of the 21st century, which of course is nothing that those aspirational heroes were ever about. And so there was a guy, a comic book guy, that like really, literally a comic book shop owner, who said basically, don't just put yourselves in the books. We want to read about Captain America. We want to read about Spider-Man. We don't want to read about you. Nobody cares about you. You do your job, and that's it. Now, people might say that, oh yes, but writers will always project themselves in their works of art. Well, yes, but there is a difference between your own project, your own thing, your own work of art that you can do whatever you want with, and a commercial art, a commercial publishing like Batman and Superman. It has been proved through the ages, through the years, that those superheroes are popular for various reasons, for tried reasons, and people like them the way they are, people like them the way they have always been, and that is why it is in the best interest of the publishing companies to keep those superheroes consistent, to keep those superheroes as they were, as they always been. And if you try to change them to such an extreme extent, of course it will result in what it has resulted in, which is people don't like them anymore, people don't buy those titles as much as they used to. People almost don't buy them at all. And so there were on the internet a couple of psychos who spoke out against this comic book owner in a vicious way. I've got a video about it. I will post a link in the description down below. If you haven't seen it, go watch it and you will know all about it in detail. And this is a turn in of the tide, I would say, because the guy, the Glenn, his name is, he didn't say anything mean, and the comic book professionals, quote unquote, of the comic book industry started viciously attacking him, because a hurt animal is most likely to bite, and he just spoke the truth. And they are well aware of the fact that they messed up. And they are well aware of the fact that all they have been doing is they have been evil to people, evil to the characters, and they have been just changing them and gender swapping, sexuality swapping, or whatever, for their own egotistic, selfish reasons. There is nothing else about it. And there was nothing they can say about Glenn which could justify their behavior. And so everybody in the world can now see that all that they are is they are evil, vicious, psychotic people. And a lot of people are speaking against them, such as Mark Millar here, a very prolific author, a Scottish guy, love him. besides his own own projects, he did write two of my favorite superhero comic books, actually, which is Superman Red Sun. It's my favorite Superman story. It is from an alternative reality where Kal-El does not land in the United States of America as a little Kryptonian baby. He doesn't land in the US of A, but he lands in the Soviet Union and becomes a Soviet Superman. So it is a very good idea. It is a very well-written comic book, and I do recommend you read it. And the other one is Old Man Logan, Wolverine, Old Man Logan, upon which the film Logan was based. But of course, as usual, the book is better. So if you have the chance, go and read Superman Red Sun and Old Man Logan. And so he tweeted this as a response to, because this has been all over the social media for about a week already, and Mark Millar had also a live stream with Glenn as a guest, and they were talking about the entire situation. And quite recently he tweeted, "They have no power," talking about, as he calls them, cancel pigs. I spoke to one of DC's biggest writers at the weekend, and he told me he's lived in fear of them for years, but I couldn't emphasize this hard enough. Cancel pigs hurt people for sport, because they're damaged personalities. You must never take them seriously. And that is precisely what I have been talking about. If you encounter a vile, vicious, crazy, psychotic person on the internet, because they would never say those things to your face in real life, because they are cowards, they are Untermensch, they are nothings, little zeros, who only feel powerful when they are behind a keyboard. So if you encounter them, ignore them. Just don't take them into consideration. They are mere flies on your windshield. Whoever they are, they might be comic book professionals, they might be celebrities, they might be influencers, or there might simply be randos, as I call them. Random people on the internet with their accounts who feel entitled to comment upon everything and anything and project their own brainwashed ideas into anything they see and anything they encounter. So, for example, a random rando who commented on one of my own tweets, where I tweeted about Angerboda being race swapped for the latest God of War Ragnarok video game, and he wrote, keyword, mythical. I mean, he's British, so I should probably read it in a British accent. Keyword, mythical. She's a great character in the game, so honestly, who cares if she's not portrayed 100% accurately according to the source material, which, as we've already established, is a myth. Now, I won't go too much into detail why this comment is 100% absolutely retarded, but I will only point out the hypocrisy of this man. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? So, if it doesn't matter, why do you care about that so much? If it doesn't matter, why have you been, and this guy has been like in my feed, in my tweets for like hours, and I have been just ignoring him. And he's been just defending all those race swaps and sexuality swaps and all those crazy woke ideas being implemented in today's entertainment. And I'm like, if it doesn't matter so much, why are you so militant in defending it? And then he reacted, and this is what like really made me absolutely ignore him, because when you read this, I'm British, and no, I wouldn't care if they made a film involving Black Henry VIII, because it's a film, not a historical documentary. That made me go just, alright, so you are absolutely not worth my time, because Henry VIII is a historical character. So you said first that if we are talking about mythological characters, it doesn't matter because it's a myth. so anything goes. I hate this argument, by the way. It's fantasy, it's science fiction, it's mythology, so anything goes. It's bullcrap. But now you are talking about history. Now you are talking about you supporting changes, Orwellian changes of history. I mean, this guy is lost. This rando, and I mean, there are more and more people like that. Brainwashed nitwits, brainwashed Untermensch, brainwashed people who I feel sorry for them, because their existence is being just absolutely ruled over by the agenda of the world of today. And that is sad, but there is a bright ray of hope. More and more people are standing against creeps and degenerates and crazies like this. Like all the people who stood with Glenn, the comic book owner, and who stood against the cancel pigs, as Mark Millar calls them. Alright. So, let me know in the comments down below what you think. And that'll be all. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm out of here.